Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Welcome to another edition of the 2021 Link to the Past Randomizer main tournament. I am Homemade Beer. I will be calming this race tonight between Sailor Nep and prdwong. This is the loser bracket of Group M, Game 2, where prdwong won the first game in a very close race last night. I think the time difference was around 2 minutes. So really looking forward to this race. Both of these runners, very, very excellent executioners, good routers, very good players. So I hope everyone is excited to watch this race as I am. So just a quick introduction to the mode for those that haven't seen any of these races or are unfamiliar. This is standard hard item pool, where standard meaning they will go through the escape sequence and rescue the princess and take her through to the sanctuary before opening up the overworld. And hard item pool meaning they will have a maximum of 14 hearts, tempered sword, no silvers, and green mail the entire time. So it looks like we're off.
Canis Mario, very good start. So 2 weapons for our runners.
And hello, James FNX. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
Tonight, whatever.
Tonight. Just getting some late night rando going.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this race. And yep, that Canis Mario is a interesting start already.
The nice thing is you're going to find 2 small magic pots here in this secret passage. So no matter what the other weapon is, and it's a hammer, so 2 really good weapons.
Isn't that nice?
You're going to have some magic to use that Canis Mario with either, but the hammer is just faster all around.
Yeah, it's always nice to get a hammer. It unlocks a lot of things.
So we're still on the hunt for bombs too, and it looks like we had a 1 heart drop, at least, from our green guards. If we had 2, then when there's no bombs in here, but if the next thing's a fairy, then we're in that big item pool.
Yeah, I haven't seen any drops yet, so unlucky with the drop RNG for now, but still going to farm and make sure that, see if they can get some bombs.
We'll see if the chest provide here as our first item in escape is just the bonus key.
Yeah, allow them to get through Dark Cross. Need to find that in the first 3 chests.
A second heart drop, so it does look like the guards are on the health train and not the high level drop train.
That's unfortunate.
It's alright though, with the hammer farming rats, the hammer and Canis Mario too, you might just drop a cane block to farm rats instead of using that hammer. Doesn't do as much damage, but you only need to do 1 hit to the rats anyways, and it does clear out an area a lot quicker.
Yeah, there's that corner where all the rats like to hang out. You can knock pretty much all of them out in 1 shot.
Absolutely. One thing Hammer's really good at doing is demolishing this ball and chain guard. 2 shots gets it done. Just some arrows in the chest, though.
Yeah, so 1 last chest for potential bomb drops in the Dark Cross.
Sailor Nep giving us a little bit of musical accompaniment.
Yeah, it's a good way to kind of keep your hands busy in the early race when there's less to do, so that as things start to pick up, you're keeping yourself in a good rhythm. Even though it seems a bit silly.
All right, almost to the back of the escape. We'll get to see a few new enemies here before Dark Cross. So we'll get those rats, which will have a different item pool, and then the ropes, the snakes, which have the same item pool as the guards. So nothing to farm there, unfortunately.
And looks like money, yeah.
Yeah, so our rats are on our money train. So there's gonna be no bombs and item drops. We do have one more chest though, one more chance.
Yeah, one thing that's I mean, it sucks to see this because you know you're not going to get it, but you also know your opponent won't either, so.
And worst comes worst, unless like the first glove is here in the back of escape, it isn't the worst thing in the world to not be able to get these items right away.
Yeah, basically knowing that your opponent's not getting this as well, whatever's back here. The only thing that can be tricky is if there's a glove back here, they'll probably end up finding it last before being forced to do AGA if that ends up being an option.
Do we have bombs taunting our runners at the entrance? Nope. Green 20.
Green 20. So what is that? It's an armor?
Has to be an armor.
Okay.
We haven't found a bow. We haven't found a bunch of swords. We've not found any heart containers or anything like that. It has to be one of those armor upgrades. Little extra cash from the Choose You tree pole. Neither runner is choosing to check out Lumberjack Ledge. Just a piece of heart sitting at the mushroom spot. Sailing up, she's going to go and check out the crab pole, and it's only blue pieces as well.
Yeah, and killing the crab gives her a tier 1, so she doesn't have to go smash the bird.
Yeah, that's really smart, because this is not a good bird killing loadout.
So hearts and money is the name of the seed. Oh, hitting a bomb. Neat.
Yeah, one bomb. Probably just going to use that on one of the 2 locations up front. But one bomb does let you farm more bombs if you're a little bit patient in Kakariko. But it is very slow to do that.
Oh yeah, true, with the bomb hut in the bottom corner. Yeah, I think Nep, knowing that she can get this first blinds hut cleared out and hoping to find some more bombs in here, and then prdwong gambling to find bombs in the well. So this makes sense because getting back to the bomb room in the well is a lot faster than getting back to blinds.
No bombs in either of those first 8 front chests. We do find flippers in Blind's hut, and bombs are going to be important as we do have a mirror in the back of Blind's house.
Yeah, very nice early mirror and flippers. Mirror is always good to have before Dark World. It makes routing a lot cleaner.
And Bottle Vendor is selling a little bit of his heart, but nothing of any true value. And both runners are going to buy some bombs so they can clear out the rest of Kakariko.
Yeah, not having bombs going into Kakariko makes the routing a little bit awkward because you got to come down to this shop to buy bombs if you want to get everything all at once. And it's a long way to get back here without having any reason to come back except for 1 or 2 bomb walls. So this makes sense.
Yeah, just enough cash to really not make saving quitting once you get done with Escape and doing a south route into Kakariko viable. Like if you're truly broke, you might do that and try and farm the 50-50 bomb spots.
prdwong getting trolled by the chest there. When you throw a bomb over that chest, if it's not already open, you can actually throw it all the way to the wall. But once it's been opened, the bomb hits the chest for whatever reason and bounces right back at you.
One of the rare uses of 3D effects in this game, yeah.
Yeah. Saving the chicken with a hammer.
So just a mirror and a pair of flippers in Kakariko. Along with a hammer that can spell Aghanim early, because that's all you would need to get access to the entire part of the West Dark World by after clearing Aghanim. But we're still a long ways from that. No swords yet. No Moon Pearl. No lamp. So a long way still to go. And Sailor Nep, she's going to blind check Maze Race.
Yeah, for a bunch of cash, it's worth picking up.
Yeah, definitely. Flippers put Zora in logic, and that's 60% of Zora's daily rate.
Yeah, that ended up working out really well because prdwong had to make a decision like, you have flippers and Zora's in logic. It makes sense to try and get there, and deciding to go pick it up.
Yeah, when you find not a lot of items in Kakariko, it kind of makes you want to blind check Maze Race a little bit more, just to hopefully get a payout for something. And when so many Sphere 1 locations end up blank for you.
Oh, there's the bombs.
Perfect.
And the other bombs. Looked like prdwong farmed a stun prize off of the enemy there, and it was just a vanilla single rupee, from what I saw.
Yeah. So not going to be farming at cash or cash off its stuns today.
Not if they want to win the race.
No. There's a sword in the back of Mini Lord Cave. 2 swords in the back of Mini Lord Cave, along with that Moon Pearl.
It was a pretty hype cave.
Yeah, Ganon has left his most prized possessions under the lock and key of Mini Moldorms.
Yeah, it looks like both these runners kind of trying to look for any ways to farm cash here. That's not painfully slow. Well, they don't have a glove, so they can't use the rocks where you can farm money. So let's see what happens here as far as making the Sora play.
If you get a little closer, that Mini Moldorm Cave will probably drop somewhere between 10 and 30 rupees a pop, as they're all in the money train, but that's still like 3 or 4 times through there.
Yeah, it feels so bad to have to farm money this way. I think It looks like Sailor Nep's going to go and head to the Flippers area, hope for the best in terms of having enough cash once she makes it all the way to Zora.
prdwong, I don't think prdwong made it up to Ice Rod Cave, though. Just immediately hopped in the water, if things look correct.
Yeah, it looks like won't be punished for that decision here.
No.
Hey, more bombs. I mean, these checks only have bombs when you need them, right?
Of course.
And you don't get them early, so... Yeah, it's actually funny because now they're looking for money and they're finding bombs, but when they were in the escape, they were finding money and looking for bombs. So pretty typical how this game works.
Yeah, and without not finding any cash in that first location, prdwong is going to head up to Ice Rod Cave and find not much there. All right, I feel good about Waterfall Cave. Maybe more so for prdwong, as 100 pack will put him over the limit, whereas Sailor Nep needs a little bit more than 100, only 20 in there. Oh, is there gonna be 100 on Zora Ledge? Oh, there's only 20 on Zora Ledge, so both our owners are going to end up just a little bit short and have to find another plan. Looks like Sailor Nep's probably going to head over to the eastern area. She's got several checks in that space.
Yeah, unfortunately, just not enough cash. But yeah, pretty much not much left except this area and what, Back of Escape now, right?
And Agina.
Ah, yeah. The classic fart cave.
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands. And Ether Medallion, not really helpful yet, but...
Yeah, something you always find finding medallions. It takes a little bit of weight off your mind. If you ever get a chance to play one of these seeds casually and have time on your hands, go talk to Gina a few times and or a few different seeds. I think he says the same thing every seed, but has different text, and they're all hilarious.
I think it's dependent on your item loadout. There's like certain items you get that change, like whether or not you have the Moon Pearl or other certain. I think something like that.
That may be true,
but you might be right. It might just be seed dependent because a lot of the. Was that Thieves Town Green Pendant we just saw?
Yes.
That's good information, actually. That's a nice check that I like when runners do. You know, now he knows that prdwong knows if he wants to start in the Dark World, if he has an option between Hype Cave and the CAC portal, that you know there's a higher chance that Pod is a crystal now if he has a bow by that point.
Yeah, it makes sense. You do find a lamp in their first check in Eastern Palace, and that'll take these dark rooms out of logic. That also puts Aghanim Tower to logic. And like I was saying earlier, with our equipment loadout, that's most of the Dark World open to you.
So, and your shovel, there we go. This ended up in one of the situations that I was hinting at earlier. I didn't think would actually happen, where you end up. If you get to the point where you still haven't found a glove, it's the only thing left you need to find for Dark World access. You could go check the Back of Escape, or just assume, or take the gamble that there's not a glove there, and your logical Dark World access is supposed to be Aghanim. And with what you said, having the hammer and the flippers and allows you to get, well, mainly the hammer, right? Allows you to get all the way to the West Dark World anyway. So having full access to the Dark World through Aghanim is a choice.
Yeah. It definitely will give our runners a bit of pause, as we're going to have to go all the way through the loop. So it's very convenient the lamp's here, because the big key is locked in behind that lamp.
Oh yeah, so it looks like they're doing this. Get it out of the way. Oh, I guess the big chest can have something. I always forget about that.
Yeah. We've only found 2 items so far in here. That shovel and that lamp. I feel like our next stop, if you want to be thorough, is probably going to be Agana. But if you think that you want to gamble on Aghanim being the advantage, probably just head to the castle at that point. We'll see if this last chest changes things for either of our runners.
It's funny how they're just getting ever closer to the Zora money, but just not quite there.
Yeah, it does not. Our last item in Eastern Palace is going to be on Ramos Nights. And Sailor Nep, she's going to head to the castle. We'll see if she heads to the back of Escape or just makes the climb.
I kind of feel like you have to do back of Escape here, you know?
Chat making a very good point there is even though can't progress any further in Eastern Palace, there is a rupee room.
Ooh, yeah.
Up here. And prdwong also going to pass that one up. It's one that you like almost never go to, but it is in there.
Yeah, we did see that on a race in this tournament recently, where one of the runners did go there and ended up having enough money to do Zora early, where the other one didn't. I don't remember if it mattered or not, but it's just, you know, one of those peace of mind checks at some point too, because it's really slow to get back there.
Yeah, that one is pretty much like at the very bottom of the Galaxy Brain meme.
Yeah, I guess thinking about it too, with a mirror they can rope it in with Catfish, but you can't get to Catfish without a glove, so it's just everything about that check right now is super awkward for these runners.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think having mirror makes the back of Escape much better as a check, because we do open one more check up with that bottle.
That's gross.
I doubt it's gonna be enough to push Sailor Nep away from the climb, but does open up one more option for this climb not being a hard requirement.
Yeah, so that leaves what, 3 checks left in the light world before they decide to just make the climb.
Yeah, Zora, Agana, and Sick Kid.
And the shovel?
And the shovel, so 4 checks.
Okay.
I still like this. Like, you're not just being stuck going to pod here. You get access to most of the Dark World. Even if you don't end up climbing Aghanim's Tower, it's probably still... don't end up needing to, you're probably not going to lose that much time. If...
in the Death Warp.
As prdwong tells us how he really feels about that bottle.
Yeah, I don't know if you wanted the small health refill, but you know, he does have the mirror. He's able to just go back there easily.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't hate this. Like, the way the seed is broken out, it's very unlikely that your opponent has skipped Aghanim's Tower to go do those one-off checks anyways, so you're not likely getting punished for making this climb.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's one way that some of the runners talk about this too is, you know, you can go do all those one-off checks and you get 3 checks done in a couple minutes versus opening up the entire Dark World in the same amount of time. So
yeah, and it's more than a couple minutes for these checks too. Like, Shovel is probably 30 seconds, but Zora is 2 minutes walking all the way over there. And
I think you could take the Sank Whirlpool to get there a little faster, but yeah, it's
30
for sure.
minutes. Kakariko is a good 30-40 seconds. Agana is a good minute plus. Like, none of these are very like speedy checks, and they're all split up and so separated that you can't really group two of them together.
Right. Yeah, like the best you could do, which isn't even great, is like doing the shovel into Sick Kid, but you know. So yeah, the whole point of the game is to, you know, get progression to get you further towards your goal of defeating Ganon, and this is one way to do that. So.
And the best thing is they have the mirror already. Both runners have the mirror, so like you can loop those one-off checks as you're going by around the Dark World and doing other things.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So it's the second most popular number guessing game in SpeedGaming chat. How many blue balls is that going to give us?
I had like 8 in my race earlier today, so let's hope they have at least less than that. I'm gonna go with 2.
I think 3. There's 2 already.
Oh crap!
there are no valuable area points in the line for this one. It's just all pride. See, it's just a matter of coin flips, except secretly the coin hates you.
Yeah, exactly. It's a coin flip that's weighted against you.
Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be 3 this time. The average of averages.
Is that the highest likelihood?
It is the most common result, yes.
Okay. I've never looked at the probability tables for that or whatever the thing they have. I just know it's a thing that has, you know, numbers. Oh, let's see.
And we got Pendant Pod, which is pushing. I would think we'll push both our runners away from that location. Is just a 20 rupee on Pyramid.
Yeah, dodging those bombs. That was nice. Oh, it was a green 20, so that was the other armor?
It would have to be, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Looked like it was a red one, but
yeah, I'm not sure.
Definitely not something that will pull Sailor Up over there. Won't pull prdwong over either. Like, you're 30 rupees away from Zora, but there's tons of locations to look between here and there. We find Bombos.
Was it red? Okay.
Yeah, it was red. And just Bombos on a heart container. Not the worst type cave, but not the best.
Yeah, it's Bombos, you know, once they have those mitts, will give them access to ice powers, and having those early flippers as well.
Yeah, finding mitts would, I think, send one or more of our runners directly to Ice Palace with what we have so far.
Yeah, they have a very good loadout to be able to clear that dungeon very safely and easily.
And Sailor Nep gets to 500 or 520 with that rupee drop. So Zora money acquired. Both runners are there now.
Yeah, and this is the thing I was talking about earlier with the mirror routing. You can get all of these checks out of the way in one shot. It's really nice. Hey, yeah, there we go. That's seed money, right? Is prdwong doing the dip? Oh, he is. This is awesome. I was thinking about this, like if any runner goes straight to swamp here.
It's interesting. It's very, very slow, but if there's something here, it's going to be very unlikely that Sailor Nep sends herself to swamp at any point in the near future.
Yeah, she has a lot open. They both do. I mean, they have all of Pod, Village of Outcasts, Thieves Town, all the mirror checks, front of Skullwoods. There's a lot open right now, so this is a pretty gambly play, going straight to Swamp Palace for progression, because since they don't have the hookshot, they can't complete the dungeon and have to do everything in it the slowest possible way. So let's see if this pays off. I'm really excited to see this play.
And there's an ice rod and digging game. That's not going to elude prdwong too much longer once he gets done with Swamp. So no ice rod hunt today, thank goodness.
Yeah, chat correcting me there. I kind of spaced. You need the mitts or a hookshot to get into the Village of Outcast area.
Yeah, any glove or a hookshot. So we get a sick kid check here, and then probably head over to Pod at that point, or Swamp.
Yep. I guess that's actually it, huh? Zora.
Yeah, I could see a walk up to Catfish into Zora at this point. It's unfortunate because Taylor Knapp's already seen the ledge item, knows it's nothing, so it's just the one check.
Yeah, that taking the portal back so that she can start on the top of the pyramid in a dark world. Won't have to walk back from her house. So
is that any, like, I guess it's like one, it's the same number of screen transitions. I'm not even sure if that's faster, but it is more stylish.
Yeah, I think if you're walking to Pod, it's probably a little bit closer from there, but I don't know. I've never really thought about it.
We did find a Book of Medora in Swamp Palace for prdwong, so that will open up Desert, and that is it for the moment. Oh, we'll give him Bombo's tablet as well.
Yeah, and Bombo's too. That's weirdly convenient there, isn't it?
It's funny how this works out.
It's almost like it's there for a reason. But we'll find out.
Yeah, the reason is to supply more 20 rupee drops to our runners.
Yeah, or bombs, right?
Yeah. Taylor Knapp showing some solid boomerang skills this seed. He's been using that to stun enemies and not have to deal with these enemies in her path. Bunch in Agham's Tower, and also here on the walk over to Pod. Chat pointing out that prdwong may be having a bad time here in just a minute.
Oh, did he miss the switch? Yeah, I think he'll see it when he jumps down. Maybe?
I could not quite tell. It was like 2 pixels on the edge of the screen.
Yeah, it might not be enough to see until you jump down and realize your mistake, which, man, that hurts.
Oh dear.
Oof.
That's a terrible feeling, because that's like a minute plus to walk back, hit the switch, walk all the way back here, climb again.
Yeah, scenes like this are super weird because, you know, a lot of times you have sort of a kind of a goal in your head of how long a seed should take or whatever, and you know, once you get close to the hour mark, you're thinking like I haven't made much progress in the seed. Like, where am I supposed to be going?
Set it up with a very good mirror, a very good potion glitch here in Pod. We'll get the door open by causing all of these mimics to scroll off the side of the screen. So 2 more checks that are technically out of logic without a bow.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's really nice to have the mirror before you enter Pod. It makes routing this dungeon a lot easier.
just one small key on the right-hand side, so a fully open pod. Won't be able to get to the boss, but we'll get everything else out of here. And locked in a glove.
Well then.
That is big for prdwong.
Yeah. Now we can get back to the Dark World anytime through the portals.
Yeah, that's going to make his routing through Southwest Dark World much smoother. Does take a death trying to hit the Bombos tablet, though. That's very unfortunate.
Yeah, and also able to open Catfish with that, too.
Yep, as we find Quake in pod basement for Sailor Nep.
Kind of hoping there's another glove and pod to make this super interesting, weird routing.
So if there's nothing in here, then Sailor Nep's just going to end up going over to Swamp here as her next check. This is really the most dense location for her at this point.
Yeah, I think the only thing she has left, right, is Swamp or Zora, I think. So.
Swamp or Zora, Agna, yeah. Just
Agna.
Just very, very wonderful locations.
Oh yeah, of course.
Just see an Arrow of Destiny in the big chest. So just Quake in pod. That is all 3 medallions. So we're not going to be on a medallion hunt this seed either. No Ice Rod hunt, no medallion hunt. This, despite some of the shenanigans this seed has provided to us at the start, this might end up being a somewhat fairly straightforward seed at the end.
Yeah, it feels like there's something's bottlenecking this seed a lot, and once we get past that, it's going to open up. It kind of feels like one of those seeds so far. One thing that's interesting too, that you mentioned it with Agina Cave open. If Nep goes and gets her book and gloves out of the back, she can and decides to go check Bombo. She can check Agina after that if she is more fortunate in surviving the overworld.
Yeah, it'll flow really well for her, and with and then being able to just save and quit and go back into Village of Outcasts from Kakariko, we'll have an easier time routing that part of the world out. prdwong up here checking out what's inside Spectral Rock. There's nothing up top either. We'll get our look at Tower Hair here in just a moment.
Still nothing.
Yeah, nothing from that book so far. That there's still a desert to look at potentially. It is a pendant, and for people who enjoy convoluted seeds, we are a bow for sure, and possibly boots away from a full pedestal check.
Oh yeah. Yeah, their last race, I think, was not a pedestal seed, but prdwong did clear all the dungeons by the end of the race. They basically found 2 different Go mode items that were both in pendant dungeons, and one of them required you to. Well, did he clear all the dungeons? Oh yeah, one of them was on the boss, so we ended up clearing all the dungeons. That's right.
Yeah.
Since they both found the opposite Go mode item of each other, so that's how it ended up happening that way.
Right. A very unfavorable hair layout so far.
Another $20. The seed that keeps on giving these runners.
Giving, doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence.
Well, giving 20 rupee drops.
Yeah.
Maybe giving nothing.
And we are going back in for one more item if prdwong wants to full clear Hera. But crystal number 1 on the board.
Yeah, well done. Sub 40 crystal, always good.
It can be a tricky little fight with no boots and hammer as your best weapon. Sailor Nep choosing to dive her down.
Nice.
Just to pop the switch. If you do it perfectly, I think it's a little bit faster, but more style points.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that, like a lot of tricks in this game, if you can nail it first try, then it's not a bad choice to do it. But you end up losing time the more tries it takes.
Seven big items on prdwong's side of the board right here. 2 in the bottom of Paradox Cave.
Just going to be red 20.
Red something. That was pink heart.
Oh, nice.
So that's the one heart container that is always in the pool in hard mode. Selling up
money and bombs.
Yeah, money, bombs, and arrows. And boots.
Okay, here we go. He's satisfied with that.
An entire Death Mountain climb for boots. Probably still worth it.
Yeah, this is one of those, one item at a time seeds. Just let the items trickle in.
And we're getting a look at Bombos Tablet. prdwong died trying to get over here, and will have died in vain, as it's just a red 20. Sailor Nep is going to hop into Desert as long as she can avoid some jazz hands.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, that's a good job there. Gets them to spawn in a way that they're avoidable.
Boots immediately leads to the Titans.
Hey.
So that confirms that Aghanim was required.
Yeah, now he has the Lumberjack tree open. Neither of these runners checked that on their first pass through towards CAC after the escape.
Why check?
Not dodging that laser.
Why check? You just have everything when you get here.
I think they did Aghanim in their race last time too. Oh,
it's a bow on Lumberjack. Are you kidding me?
Well, DM was the play.
Wow, what a series of pickups.
I missed it earlier. Desert must be boots locked. Well, it's also a pendant. Did she find both items, or was it boots locked? Or
I believe it was boots locked.
Okay, I was too excited for everything going on the other side.
I think it was big key on torch, small key on 200 or 300 in the map chest. So,
okay.
Just chose to walk over that way to get over to Aghanim a little bit faster.
Not a ped seed today.
There's a third sword for Sailor Nep. So let's see how quickly she can get up the mountain and get caught up. Meanwhile, prdwong is going to finish up Eastern Palace.
Yeah, I think there's still one item on the boss here, so
yep.
He can also do pod with this. If looks like he's at least going to go dive into it with the mirror and make this convenient.
Yeah, he hasn't been in a pod yet, so he'll get that Quake Medallion before finishing up Armos. So that is one thing that was kind of out of the way that could be required that's no longer going to be out of the way. Does find out that this is a medallion. This is his first map check.
I think I'm missing this. I've missed this both times, but I saw Ice Palace was the 5-6.
Hair is the other one. So we
Hera,
have
okay.
So 5-6 is open right now.
Yeah. prdwong can go to Ice Palace and clear that and get Pyramid Fairy.
We still need a fire rod. We still need a flute. We still need a hook shot.
Yeah, getting close to all the items between the runners. What was Quake?
Quake is in Pod. It's in Rupee Room, I believe.
Oh, that's right, because Nep went to Pod where prdwong went to Swamp. Yeah, yep. Interesting choices there.
And I did not pay full attention to the dungeon item count in pods. prdwong will be able to full clear this. I don't know if there's an item on Helmasaur or not.
I think we saw both the map and I think the compass was bow locked and the map was in Dark Maze.
I remember the compass was bow locked. So this is an item that Sailor Nep, she may not be as incentivized to go grab at a later point. Especially because she knows that the pedestal is nothing. And prdwong never checked the pedestal, so very unlikely that she's going to hop in to go kill Helmasaur King, unless it's a desperate situation.
But prdwong did get all the items out of Harrow, right?
Yes.
Okay. It was like a red 20 and some more money or bombs or something.
Yeah, there's a red 20 here.
Yeah, it is always nice to have the boots when you head into Pod, for sure.
And there is that Quake for prdwong. Ice Rod is still out of his grasp, and that was at Dig Game. So, with Thieves Town being a pendant, there's a possibility that ends up being one of the later checks for him.
Yeah, and he knows that it's not a pen seed, so plenty to do for now. Ice Palace potentially fully open depending on the key layout, whether or not the hookshot is supposed to be required to do it. But these runners know how to get around all of that with sequence breaking the dungeon.
Imagine needing a hookshot for Ice Palace.
Right. Especially with the red cane they have.
Sailor Nep trying to take a coffee break, and the tiles deny her.
What was in Eastern? A lamp and a shovel so far, right?
Yeah, a lamp and a shovel, and the third item is on Armos. And there is an item in the basin of Harris as Sailor Nep is chilling with some tiles, and prdwong skipped this item.
Oh, the big chest?
Big key chest.
Oh, right. I think it was a compass, if I don't... Yeah.
No, piece of heart. So, no foul there. And unfortunately, because of not having that hook shot, those boots are going to be the last check here on Death Mountain. Same thing for prdwong, but definitely want to have boots going through Spiral Cave, and just not going to happen. Not going to happen today.
Yeah, it's funny how much the seeds opened up for prdwong. I think Nep is just about to follow suit here. We'll see where she decides to go after.
Yeah, really.
Boots and mitts.
Yeah, really mad. How long? As there's the fire
wow,
rod.
Okay.
So Eastern Palace, you're home for every item you need.
Apparently, right? And Toro Rock now fully completable. Or I guess will be for Sailor Nep immediately upon finding the fire rod.
Sailor Nep about to get her boots, and the world is prdwong's oyster right now. Let's see where he heads. This looks like it might be an ice play.
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially with that. Well, you don't want to have to go up to Toro Rock before it's necessary, and sometimes it is. If you get progression in there, that allows you to clear a dungeon that's not on Death Mountain. So,
yeah. So Sailor Nep is going to check Bonk Rocks, get her mitts, and see if she changes in the Lumberjack check too.
it's kind of funny finding the mitts and Bonk Rocks because you could, it's slower, but you have two boots checks now that are on opposite sides where you can go to King's Tomb or Lumberjack here.
Yeah,
Nep checking. Go ahead.
Yeah, Nep, Sailor Nep, she's choosing to take a look and just bonk it. Just do it.
Right. Actually, this happened in the last seed too. They played that she checked it first, and prdwong just did it blind.
I don't get why you blind check Maze Race and not just blind check Lumberjack.
Yeah, that did happen too. That's kind of funny. So yeah, gonna go finish off Eastern Palace here. I think. Yeah,
No,
prdwong did not finish. Oh nope, just kidding.
She's getting oh, potion because she has an empty bottle.
Oh, okay.
And they're probably heading directly into Ice Palace if that's the case. Yep.
Yep.
So Sailor Nep's gonna be in here with just Bombo. It's not a huge deal. She's got a better sword. That is the one advantage for her at this point is these boss fights are gonna be a little less scary with that tempered sword until prdwong either finds a sword or finds the sword in Agnes Cave or finds that fourth sword wherever it's at.
Yeah, I wonder if he ends up ever checking that at this rate. Because I know he'll definitely get to, well, I don't know if he even gets to Bombos at any point, but he'll definitely get to the Ice Rod at Digging Game, but...
Yeah, the only way I could see him checking Agon at this point is if we're still looking for a hook shot after Flute.
Yeah, I agree. I have a feeling he won't ever find that tempered that Sailor Nep found earlier.
Having some problems with these pen getters. Does make it through. It's going to make this bomb jump look easy. Some have said that bomb jump is actually easy. I don't believe them.
Yeah, just kind of jam yourself in the corner. But looks like ice has been pretty dead, and it kind of makes sense. We're not looking for much now, right? So just the hook shot and the flute. So it kind of makes sense that we don't find it right away in this dungeon. Those could be kind of anywhere at this point. So
yeah, we still have a whole village outcast. No one's touched on Skull Woods. No one's touched on. I would suspect that's where prdwong's head next.
You know, I wonder, since we know the fire rod is on Armos, there isn't, after Ice Palace, what can they actually complete? They can complete Skullwoods, Eastern, Ice Palace, and then Turtle Rock will actually have to be the next dungeon if they still haven't found Flute.
Yep.
Or Hookshot, so.
I mean, Desert's there. It's there's only one item left in there. Yeah, it's Turtle Rock is definitely on the menu, and with another 3 items up there in terms of Super Bunny and the first chest and Hookshot. I don't know if either of these runners can hover.
I'm actually not 100% sure either.
I don't think you make the play before you do Skullwoods, Village of Outcasts, Smith Chain, but there's a fairly high density of items up there still.
Yeah. You know, see, taunting them with all the Zora money now. They're at like, what, 1,500 rupees when they didn't have Zora money earlier, when they did check the Zora areas.
Yeah, back when we were like stun prize checking and farming Mini Worm Cave for rupees. It's big bomb time for prdwong.
Okay. Man, I feel like if this has something, his game sense has just been on point, except for going the long way here. Oops.
Yeah, well, just let him do what he wants. He's having fun.
Yeah. Oh, you can't get the clone or the dupe. But I think it's the second time we've seen him forget the mirror, but or maybe the first time he was just trying to get a health refill in Hyrule Castle.
Very well-timed dupe there. We'll see what the play is from here, or if some goods inside the pyramid. There are not.
Oof, that was pretty gross pyramid.
There's
look,
pretty
little runner high five here.
It's a pretty bads. And prdwong choosing to go somewhere else other than walk over to Catfish. Don't blame him. Does pay the price for saving quitting in the Dark World. And having done almost all of Pod, Sailor Nep is just going to head over to Eastern and finish this dungeon off, get her ice rod or her fire rod.
Yeah, they're both still skipping King's Tomb here. Maybe they feel like it doesn't have anything, and you know. But
they might head out. They might be choosing to head out of Village of Outcast north if there's nothing, and do Graveyard Ledge, King's Tomb, Catfish, Zora. It's not the worst.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I wonder if they. I don't know. This is a weird seed, right? You know, again, a lot of this is definitely by feel, and you know, you're an hour in and 3 crystals. Feels like you got a lot left to do. You kind of start feeling the pressure of like, of like, okay, I have enough stuff to start clearing dungeons. Let me just, blow off the overworld for a bit, get all the dungeons I can out of the way, and see if I find what I need along the path.
Right. Plus, like, there is something to be said about just getting in a dungeon you have to do anyways. You can full clear it, and you can just think about other things while you're doing it. Like, figure out, do I really think it's going to be in Village Outcast? Do I really think it's going to be on the North Route? Do I think it's going to be up on Death Mountain? Try to figure out what's the quickest thing for you to do. And while Mothla is not a free fight by any means, this is kind of brainless work going through one of these dungeons. And I don't mean that like you're not playing blind or silly like this, but it's something that you've done 100 times, 200 times, 300 times at this point. It's just so many times you've gone through these dungeons and cleared them that you can just kind of turn your mind off from playing the game or from playing the routing game.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, getting his rhythm in this room thrown off a little bit. prdwong ended up getting bunny beamed on the way in, so not able to slash the Gibdo into the spike, which is the pretty standard energy way to do this room.
Yeah, not enough magic to fire rod it either.
I'm getting trolled by the moth. Moth pushed into a corner there, and not letting the hammer hits land.
Yeah. And gonna take a death. It's not a free fight. Even for runners of this caliber, if Mothla starts going sideways on you, it goes sideways in a hurry. Especially with only ever having green mail like they're going to have in this tournament, it is definitely not a freebie.
Yeah, it always feels bad to get trolled by the moth.
And Sailing Up, she's going to follow in the Big Bomb footsteps. Let's see if she remembers the portal. She does.
Maybe they just like doing the dupe.
Oh no!
Take it all back. I think she heard us.
Our voices echoing 10 minutes ago. Just take the portal. Take the portal. Take the portal.
Yeah, I've definitely heard it from different people that like whether which way is the vanilla intended route for the big bomb? Is it taking the mirror to the portal or walking the bomb back with a hammer? I actually don't know. I don't know if there is an intended route, but it's cool that there are two different routes.
Yeah. No, prdwong does get through Mothla fight on the second try and get some blueberries.
Hey, look, more bombs.
Part of a balanced breakfast. Sailing Up is going to throw a little curveball in the mix. She's going to head over to Catfish and make the Zora play too, I would assume.
Yeah, this will be new for sure. A little bit of divergence. Well, the seed forced us to bottleneck into Swamp at some point before opening up, so I guess this is kind of the first real kind of late game divergence, because the only difference otherwise before was when they got Dark World access through Aghanim, Sailor Nemp chose to dive into Pod, and prdwong went straight to Swamp Palace.
Yeah. And that Catfish has got a shield, and Sailor Nemp refuses the offering. Don't blame her.
All right, Zora, what have you been holding back the entire seed?
Looks like both items were in Skullwoods in the back, because prdwong is out of here. And for 500 rupees today, you could have some bombs.
Womp womp.
Sailor Nemp's going to make this other play with the we were talking about, the Dark Death Mountain play.
Yeah, I mean, from her perspective, Turtle Rock is the more dense area, Dark Death Mountain area, rather, in Turtle Rock, compared to just the 1 or 2 items in Skull Woods. And prdwong still doesn't have his Ice Rod, so this play, wouldn't have made sense to him at the time.
Yeah, and she can full clear Turtle Rocks, well equipped to do it. If she's got a hover, that's Hookshot Cave as well. So yeah, this makes a ton of sense. This also is, if there was anything that was going to be missing from prdwong's inventory, it is that Ice Rod, and this is the one place to put that to an advantage.
Yeah, it looks like he's following the route you described earlier too, just basically clearing out the North Dark World checks, looping King's Tomb in with it, and we'll probably go do Catfish Sword as well, just like you were saying earlier. So, good call there.
Yeah, both these runners are trying for the full... Oh, no. prdwong is going to head double back and head towards Outcasts. Catfish is a quick run from Pyramid, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I was just thinking, as soon as we say it out loud, they're going to change their mind, so that's how this always works.
There's the flute in Village of Outcasts.
That's just been sitting there the whole time. No one's touched Village of Outcasts yet,
so another decision point for prdwong paying off before Sailor Nep here. So it's a hook shot.
Yeah, we're down to a hook shot. So I think Sailor Nep's best chance here to be to catch up, because right now she is a little bit behind. She's one dungeon. She has completed one fewer dungeon than prdwong and missing that flute. Whereas prdwong is missing the Ice Rod, which is on Dig Game. But if the hook shot is in TR, then she will be able to get that earlier and go finish off Swamp. But it also might convince her to full clear Swamp before heading over to Village of Outcasts.
Never mind. There's a hook shot. It's just all in Village of Outcasts.
Yeah.
So we are in no mode. And, prdwong is likely going to be in go mode in a short period of time. See if he chooses to finish off Thieves Town or just check the first 4. From his seat, he's missing the worst item. The worst item in the game. Ice Rod logically can be anywhere except for Ganon's Tower and Trinex.
Yeah, it's kind of funny too, because we know we just found everything and Ice Rod was super free. So let's see if he finishes at least down through to Stumpy, I would want to say, would get him the Ice Rod. Kind of don't see why not. Dig Game is kind of an annoying check, but it is along the path.
It's along the path, and you have mitts, so you're kind of incentivized to do Dig Game and then go grab the blacksmith, and because you can't do the Dig Game with the blacksmith, so it's likely going to be his next check after the brewery.
Yeah, it is. It's just Dig Game. It's like in a really weird corner. If it's 30 digs, it just feels really slow, especially when it's nothing. But let's see what he does here.
I'm gonna pick up Sick Kid while he's here. He hasn't checked that yet.
Yeah, he's being very thorough right now, so I think you're right. I think he just goes straight there. So yeah, unfortunately, this is just it's looking really bad for Sailor Nep with the direction she has chosen to go, which is actually because of finding that Ice Rod, unfortunately.
Yeah. And 2 very defensible choices. So, picking Pod over Swamp is totally defensible. You can't complete Swamp. You can nearly full clear Pod at that point. And then picking Dark Death Mountain over Village of Outcasts is another choice that, from her perspective, makes sense. But yeah, for sure. This is
anyone could have made this play and it would have made sense.
And there it is. So Ice Rod will put prdwong into go mode. Will not have to check any more overworld for items. Is headed, almost certainly going to be headed over to Meyer now.
Yeah, this is a hard go mode too. Just go and knock everything out.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish up Swamp first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look for a sword and swamp, as you do.
Yeah, this is the one go mode dungeon where there's a bunch of checks that are just along the route. It's definitely not going to find the sword and egg in this cave. That sword is just not going to exist as Sailor Up continues hunting through Turtle Rock for items that are not here.
Yeah. Oh man, this feels bad in the unfortunately finding the ice rod early. You know, I hate to say it, but that's kind of what happened here.
Yeah, you're gonna have to guess that Sailor Up heads over to Suckle Woods after this.
Yeah, I think once she finishes up the Dark Death Mountain checks, probably, well, maybe doesn't go and do Spike Cave because it's not in logic, but she did buy a red goo earlier, I believe. So it has the option to do it.
I think she still has Super Bunny and Hookshot Cave still, too.
Yes, I believe she went straight into TR here.
Noble Demise. prdwong sword hunting, not going to find anything. And Trinex is up on Sailor Up's side of the screen. Gets behind, he's gonna get a few shots in. Switch over, this should be a one cycle. Was gonna be one cycle until it hit that spike trap.
Yeah, I think the way it works is as long as there are visible explosions on the screen, spikes cannot hurt you. So once the other head stopped exploding, the knockback from hitting the head put her into the spike and damaged her slightly. Ooh, get a poke there on Argus from prdwong, almost getting the one cycle or zero cycle final phase, but both of them with simultaneous crystal pickups.
Yeah, it's crystal number 4 for Sailor Nip and crystal number 5 for prdwong.
So, prdwong did Swamp Palace so fast that he already did the front 4 chests anyway, but, you know, just go moaning straight to the back. Blink and you miss it, kind of clear of that dungeon.
Yeah, we're picking up a refill of the blue potion. You had to use it in ice, I believe. So refilling that potion makes a lot of sense. And now let's head to Misery Mire. And let's hope for a key in one of these first 2 chests. Can't refuse that shield.
Let's hope one of the 3 medallions we have are one of the 3... Oh, it's Quake.
It's Tortellini? What?
It's the Wiggly coin.
The bacon coin, as it still says.
Oh, I think it looks like Sailor Nip might get a potion and then head to King's Tomb?
Oh no,
she found a mushroom.
She found the mushroom in Super Bunny.
Oh, okay. Oh, a guard popping out just to say hi before seeing someone disappear into another realm.
Yeah, nice little mirror bonk to make this a little quicker. Be free, bee. No, not the bacon sword, the bacon coin. There is a big key in one of the first two checks, so Meyer is going to be smooth sailing for prdwong.
Yeah, as they say, the God Meyer.
And Sailor Up is making her way to Skull Woods, going to clear out another crystal, and then hopefully find that hookshot and find that flute, and hope for the best.
Yeah, I'm just realizing. Remember, we found a book in Swamp Palace that didn't lead to anything. That was kind of an interesting way for the seed to try and throw you off the trail.
Yeah, nothing. Desert didn't have anything. Only thing it led to is a sword for Sailor Nep in Agnes Cave, which was in logic already. It was kind of pushed her in that direction. And Master Sword Vitreous, not a fun fight. Does have that potion. Does have a bunch of arrows.
Yeah, and with all the money and not all the money they found late game, just go burn all the potions, and he has the flute now. He can just head back if he feels necessary to buy another potion at any point.
Can't take those rupees with you.
Exactly.
Although now that I've said that, one of the coders will probably make some mod to this to have some sort of multi-seed chain where you do carry the money with you. I don't know if she got damage off that poke or not, but Tempered Sword is going to make pretty short work of Mothula.
So yeah, they're just knocking out these dungeons, one at a time at about the same rate. But prdwong is still a dungeon ahead this entire time. So
yeah, and he's making his last Death Mountain climb right now, heading over to Turtle Rock.
yeah, and we'll save even more time here, being able to go mode the least, maybe second least go modable dungeon in the game.
Yeah, like Pod can be just as bad.
Yeah, Pod, Eastern, maybe Thieves Town. They're all all these kind of long linear dungeons.
Yeah, none of them are as just long as Pod or as Turtle Rock, except for maybe Pod. Sailor Nut finding out the bad news that this is not a pedestal seed. And that long walk through Pod at the start, even though it was required, we did end up needing Quake for Misery Mire. That is one of the two decision points that has gotten us where we are right now.
Where was Quake?
Quake was in Pod in the Rippy Room.
Huh. Kind of funny. They did need to do Pod, even though at that time there wasn't that much open anyway, so I guess it kind of made sense.
Yeah, and Sailor Nip getting pulled even further away from Villager Outcast, doing Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb. Elise doesn't have Catfish Zora to bait her any further. I'm not sure why prdwong took the casual route around, but here we are.
I don't know. This North Dark World route is actually mirroring prdwong's almost exactly, I believe.
Yeah.
Skull Woods, and then the North checks back to Village of Outcast. So, assuming it keeps mirroring, she finds the flute, she might continue on until she finds the hookshot as well. But I can't imagine you don't feel extremely behind in her situation, especially after doing PR and finding nothing.
Yeah.
She might just find the flute and go straight to Mire.
This is going to be her flute.
But yeah, we know obviously from, well, no, she's continuing on. Okay, this is good. So we know that the hookshot is in Thieves Town. That's the last thing that she needs. So yeah, she must have some kind of gamer sense that's telling her, keep looking for the hookshot. Don't go to Mire yet, because it can definitely be in Mire as well, and she knows she can full clear that dungeon.
Yeah, it's gonna actually hop into Thieves Town before checking or before turning that flute. We'll find Go Mode right here in this first chest, and immediately leave. So Sailor Nep in Go Mode has 2 dungeons still to clear, finish up Swamp, and do Misery Mire. Is this portal going to take her back to the Dark World before she can flute away?
I don't know. I've never seen this.
It is not.
Yeah, maybe if you don't move. Oh, prdwong is kind of rocking hard place here. No safety items. Has to burn that blue potion there. Otherwise, would have taken a death.
Yeah, I didn't see how much health he was on, but spike rollers are 3.
Yeah, I thought he would have died there, but I'm not sure if he would have. I think he had 3.5. So I think he actually would have been okay.
Would have had to plus out the hook shot for this room, but
yeah,
there are slower things than hook shotting, like dying. So that is 1 potion prdwong will not have for the Ganis Tower climb. And you're right, no cape, no cane of burna, no powder, no half magic, no safeties whatsoever. No even bug net to go catch some fairies. Does find that second bottle, but won't be able to turn into a potion anywhere up here. Yeah, prdwong is definitely looking for a tempered sword on Laser Bridge, but
that makes sense.
Finding nothing but bees and sadness.
Yeah, ending up with an extra small key for Turtle Rock.
Sometimes you just need to take a souvenir home.
Oh yeah, it's probably just a key with a big turtle logo on it. Or,
like Link's Awakening, right?
yeah. What's the terrapins? This is the key to the terrapins or something? What's the hint tile say?
I forget.
Ooh, no safeties here. Has to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, one heart.
Take him out.
Did take the safety door, so if he does die, it's not the end of the
Oh.
world. But that's a little bit of time. That's a little bit of time to catch up. And the sword difference is starting to pay off.
Yeah, so they're not like super far behind here. I mean, still has to go do the back of Swamp Palace and then climb the mountain. So maybe, did you say about 4 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah. So now all caught up, 6 crystals apiece.
And with no magic backups, no potions, no half magic, nothing like that, it's your prdwong is going to be stuck with his master sword for the gauntlet, where if you had half magic, you could just like bust out your bombos medallion and blow everything up. So those are going to be slow rooms with the master sword.
Yeah, and I mean, he does have lamp, which is great, but not really going to have the opportunity to go find more bottles. So without half magic, without bottles, it'll be definitely and no safeties. Ooh, taking another hit from the head.
Yeah, down to 2 hearts already.
Ooh, this is just a fight. This is a fight that can get away from you, and almost out of magic. So has to nail these last 2 shots here and just get all the hammers in possible. I think it's one more hammer hit to take the head out.
Yeah, worth it to we ran out of magic. It's gonna have to go back again.
Ooh, wow. Okay. This is starting to get rough. I mean, Sailor Nep is catching up here.
We're getting into interesting territory for anyone who's just joining us. Watching Sailor Nep on the left-hand side versus prdwong in this losers bracket matchup in the Link to the Past Randomizer Tournament, and Sailor Nep is on her way to finish her 7th crystal, and prdwong is kind of hitting a bit of a wall here on Trinex. This is going to be his 3rd attempt.
Yeah, no powder either for safeties, just nothing. Very, very low safety seed.
Yeah, and there's really no place to kind of refill here. If you want to go refill, you're having to reclimb that mountain.
Yeah, it's interesting. We didn't think the sword would have a huge effect on the outcome of this, but it's starting to look like this tempered sword is helping Net make up a lot of time in places.
All right, this time there's not going to be any ice floor to deal with, so that's going to help out prdwong a lot.
Yeah, that's one of the hardest parts, especially when you have to use the hammer to apply damage to the heads.
Is 2 hits away from death, though.
Yeah, another thing about this fight, too, is Trinex's body only does, I think, 2 hearts, where the head does 4, so...
Yeah, if you touch the feet, it's a little safer, but it does mess up your hammer rhythm if you're stuck in this fight that prdwong's in. It's going to pop over to this hammer and try and finish off phase 2.
D getting hit there. Getting spiked. Wow. Definitely feeling the pressure of this race.
Absolutely. Does get it done, though. So, that is crystal number 7 for prdwong. And for you night owls like us, it is time for Tyrole's favorite number guessing game. There are 22 locations in Ganon's Tower we're about to head into. One of them has a big key. Let's go upstairs. If you're going to put some numbers in chat, do it now or guess where that key's at. If you guess correctly, you'll win valuable internet points on the SpeedGaming leaderboards. So enjoy, and remember, this is for entertainment purposes only.
So, James, what is your guess? What is your favorite number to guess?
I like number 14.
Okay, seems like a pretty one that tends to work out a lot, but I always guess 1 because it's fun to see.
Oh, yeah. right, your last chance right now to get in the guessing game on that beautiful, beautiful leaderboard. Good luck to everyone as Sailor making her climb over to Turtle Rock, or it has making her climb up to Ganon's Tower as well. So not too much of a difference here. Is
oh, that cape.
That cape is huge. That cape is so huge.
Yeah, I mean, without half magic and no potions, though, it's really hard. This is close enough now that, you know,
yeah, I think
depending on execution, even with the key routing, like this could be within less than a minute.
Yeah, I think with those 2 deaths, like if prdwong had gotten through that Trinex fight first try, you might see him go get a potion now that he's got a cape and just flute back to 5 and run back to the pyramid. But he's got to be feeling so much pressure right now. That bug net also huge.
Wow.
Half magic is just
holy crap.
All right, and that should be enough.
Yeah, if he wants to take the safety room now, can pick up a fairy or 2 along the way. It'll be totally fine. Now the game's just easy mode from here on out.
But Sailor Nep's going to be entering 15-20 seconds behind. prdwong getting back to the lobby to check the west side. If she heads full left side, she's caught right back up and has a tempered sword. Won't have those safeties, but with a tempered sword, you don't need it nearly as much.
Wrong bottle.
Our final heart for prdwong. And Sailor Nep getting the mirror out. She's going to do the old ways, the Dark Magician, and that's not going to pay off tonight. Although, with Cape and Half Magic, she might just head directly to Armos from here. And
yeah, it's not a bad idea.
If it is behind Armos, then we are caught right back up.
Yeah, half magic in a convenient spot to refill right before needing to use it again.
Barely makes it in that door. Busting the mirror out. This doesn't look like a play of someone ready to rush Armos from here. So prdwong is going to have a lead and finds a tempered sword in the rando room. So prdwong has a lead now that is not going to be edged out on terms of sword level. It's all going to be execution from here on out.
Yeah, we're getting pretty deep in the tower. There's only 5 more checks left.
Yeah, we got 1 come up here on Bob's chest, 3 behind the Armos Knights, and unlucky number 22. prdwong conserving arrows here.
Yeah, going with the Burna strats. Hasn't found any arrows through like all of GP so far, I believe.
Here is 19, 20, and 21, and we're headed to tower.
22 it is.
And with that, Fatalistical hitting with Tile Room yet again on the Big Key guessing game. So enjoy those internet points, Fatalistical.
Wow, such a close race. This is crazy how tight it's come down to the end here.
Have you ever gambled on Tile Room?
Have I?
Yeah.
I have. I've never won. No, I did find it there once before 22, actually.
So
Sailor
Nep has a very bad number in her inventory. A very, very bad
Ooh,
number.
yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those where if you can clip it, great, but otherwise you're going to go outside and you're going to start digging. Looks like Mimic's dropping arrows, though, too, so... Potentially only needed 2, even.
Yeah. And prdwong's going to take the safety door, refill his magic, maybe get a fairy. Nope. Not saving a fairy. And we're off to the digging game, part 2.
Yeah, first time was an ice rod.
8 bombs, that's a good drop.
Ah, there we go.
There we go. It's like 17 digs.
17 this time?
Yeah.
I wonder how many the ice rod was for. I wonder if it was the same.
Probably not going to mention digging games in the post-race interview.
Oh, no, definitely not. No, I'm just curious about the sort of game sense that, you know, like what they were thinking coming out of AGA, like what their choices on routing, what made them choose the direction that they chose to go after finishing the Aghanim fight for Dark World access.
Yeah, absolutely. So most of the hard stuff is out of the way for prdwong at this point. There is this room control as it has. I'm not sure if there's like some sort of sub-pixel thing or something that gets you clipped by one of those guards.
Ah, that's always so annoying. But yeah, that sword is huge here. I think that was probably one of the biggest things. Everything was in GT today, you know, the half magic. What else did we find?
Half magic, cape, sword.
A bugnet.
Bugnet.
Found the bugnet in GT.
Ganon Tower keeping the safest items, the safest. But, 3 more boss fights for prdwong. We'll start off with Moldorm 2. Yeah, just having a temper sword over Master Sword here is a huge upgrade. Instead of doing 3 slashes or 3 hammer hits, it's a slash and a spin, and we're done.
Yeah, about to head into the Aghanim 2 fight.
Yeah, let's see how the geometry works out. Very convenient start here. I think that's going to be 2.
Yeah, it looks like it. Huh, that blue ball just exploded.
Yeah, if you end up pushing Aghanim too far up into the rail, it either for the blue shots, it just explodes in the air. If it's one of the yellow shots, it just eats it.
That's pretty funny.
And here we go. One fight against one pig stands between prdwong and a chance at bracket survival.
Ooh, almost getting bonked by the mole though.
Yeah. So let's see if Purdy can get the 1-1 here. Nope. 2 cycle for phase 1. A nice location for a 1 cycle in phase 2, though. Especially with this cape. Doesn't even need to fire it up really other than get out of the circle.
Yeah, just like you said, enough to get out there safely. He doesn't want to take free damage from Ganon, if he can help it. Meanwhile, Sailor Nep starting her Aghanim fight. And I think 3 hits out of those first 2 phases.
Yeah, same with PRD. And then 2 there. I think PRD got a triple on that one. So 1 extra cycle. But PRD almost into phase 4 already.
Being extra safe, not going for the free hit there. Just ensuring that he gets the torch glitch with that lamp.
Yeah, like, you still have to feel behind at this point, but not behind enough to really risk not getting a torch glitch.
Ooh.
Almost gets a hug, which would have killed him. That would have made things very interesting.
Yeah, that would have potentially flipped the race.
Sailor Nep did get the 1-1. I think, no, she had a 2-1 as well.
Yeah, if he's on top like that.
And that is it. Get your GGs in chat. Very clean Ganon, Ganon phase 4 from prdwong, and that will win this game and win this series. And there it is. Congratulations to prdwong. Moving on to the final match in Group M. And joining us right now is prdwong. Congratulations on quite a seed they threw at you tonight.
I don't want to show my face.
It's the face of a winner.
Maybe a face of an undeserving winner.
It really came down to a couple decision points in the seed where you made a decision and Sailor Nep made a different decision, and both times you were correct. Choosing Swamp Palace over Palace of Darkness right after getting through Aghanim's Tower, and then once again choosing Village Outcasts over Dark Death Mountain Climb.
Yeah, I figured I made some good decisions during the game, but I figured also that all my execution problems basically negated it all. By the time I entered GT, I was like, okay, if I lose now, then it's definitely because I just wasn't performing at all. And then if no matter what, I figured it was going to be close.
Yeah, the fight against Trinex kind of got away from you for a bit there. That's the fight that once that ice head starts freezing the floor, it can get away from you in quite a hurry.
Yeah, I mean, it was the entire seed. Like, I died to Moth, and I was already not really feeling very comfortable going into Ice Palace. And I just kept buying potions and having to use them, and all the signs were there that, like, for some reason my fingers or whatever just weren't cooperating. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely getting to that point, being that close to the finish. It's definitely true that nerves are always a thing. How are you feeling in that? Is that something that was creeping in, like your hands weren't doing what your brain was telling them to, and stuff like that?
Yeah, I could just feel that I was very unconfident doing everything. And I mean, it's good that I can recognize that during the seed and then try to pick up more safeties. But just, I don't know, overall, just thought processes and, like, even little things like, should I pick up a pot or not? Like, it was a lot of, like, just muscle memory and not really picking the right thing at the time.
So, speaking of picking the right thing at the time, after you left Aghanim to enter the Dark World, you basically went straight to Swamp Palace. What was going on in your thought process at that point?
My thought process was, it looks like an Aga seed, and it gave me mirror and flippers. So I'm just gonna dive in there and see what's up. It felt pretty strong. I know the hammer, not so much, because I don't like reading into the starting weapon so much, but it did open up a little bit more of Swamp. I would have gone for Swamp even if I didn't have the hammer at that point, just to check the first chest. I felt like with a 1-game lead, I could afford to make a weird choice like that. And it was my intention all along. As soon as I decided to do Aga, I was like, okay, do Aga and just go straight for that. And then afterwards, then I could, continue on to the shovel and dig game and stuff. I was very upset that I did not switch the pegs, but I figured I made this play. I need it to pay off, and the book was not super great. So I was like, okay, here we go, back and forth. And yeah, the gloves was a pretty good feeling, I guess.
Yeah, that ended up, like, as you left Swamp, that ended up being pretty huge. You were trying to go check Bombo's tablet and ended up dying, and Sailor Nep's third sword was over in Agnes Cave, so she was on tempered for quite a long time.
All right, I was hoping that both swords were in random room, since I found some 20 rupees in there too. But okay, Agnes Cave.
But despite everything, despite all of the missteps and brain not working the way you wanted to, or hand not working the way you wanted to, you've moved on, and you're awaiting your opponent. It's gonna be either Silent T or Beclagging in the final round of Group M. Thoughts on those two players?
I guess I'll hope for Scion T, because Meglagan just whooped me in the initial round.
Anything else about tonight, or any final thoughts before we get out of here?
GG's to Sailor Nap. I definitely think she deserved to win this, and it's just really embarrassing for me. I just somehow managed to pull it off, I guess.
Yeah, I want to basically comment that when you guys went to Dark World, she basically chose the opposite decisions on kind of two coin flips and lost them both. And so I think you basically hit the proverbial got her out on this seed. So it gave you a lot of time.
It didn't feel so advantageous at the time, because if you didn't make the wrong decisions, you could spend a little bit of time off there, but it felt like the seed kind of funneled you into those directions. Although I made enough strange plays that I couldn't really judge accurately, I think, what the normal play play would have been, so it was hard for me to tell how much advantage I had.
Yeah,
and then definitely with Ice Rod as the go mode, I was like, oh, now it could be anywhere, and you know, it's anybody's game at this point.
Yeah, she had the Ice Rod well before you did, and I think that's part of why she ended up heading up the mountain and trying Turtle Rock first over Village Outcast. So just one of those little routing idiosyncrasies where the thing that's the hardest thing to find ends up costing you.
Yeah, pretty much when you enter the Dark World, she went left towards Village and dug up the Ice Rod, and then I think she went back to Pod immediately after that before going into Swamp Palace. And then when she did, she, chased the progression the correct way and then had all of the things to basically follow your route after that. And then once it came to a decision whether to go do Skull Woods and Village of Outcast area or Turtle Rock, she already had the Ice Rod and went to Turtle Rock, which, from her perspective kind of makes sense. Maybe she figures if you didn't have the Ice Rod, there's some items there's a lot more checks, it's a dungeon she has to complete, and then ended up, learning that it was nothing. And as around the same time you were in Village of Outcast cleaning up the area where all of the progression actually was.
I would agree that's the right play, because I think any normal person would have continued on to dig game and have found the Ice Rod. You can assume that your opponent has Ice Rod at that point. It's just I happen to die, and I'm bad.
Yeah, no, we were kind of thinking that, like, you would have had the Ice Rod super early if you didn't die there.
Well, thanks for doing the commentary and trackers and restream, everyone. I'll have to give it a watch and see how bad it is.
Yeah, thanks for enduring through this this beautiful train wreck of a seed. This was very interesting of a seed to commentate. And again, GG's and congrats to making it to the next round. And good luck on your next race.
Thanks.
And also thanks a lot to SailorNet for joining this race as well.
Give a follow to both those runners, SailorNet and prdwong. Their links are in the chat there. Also, let's give a big shout out to our tracker for Breeze Ninja helping us out, making sure that we know what's going on all throughout the race. And Homemade Beer, it's been a pleasure. A little late night rando and just yet another fun, interesting seed. Yeah, this has been really fun. I'm glad you got to come on and join up to calm this late night race. Yeah, me too. So for Homemade Beer, this is James FNX. Stick around. The night's not over. I know it's Thursday. It's Friday in the East Coast. It's Friday in Europe. But stick around. We got more rando right here. Ravis versus Demo is starting in about 7 minutes or so. So chill out, refill your beverage, and check out Eddie and Sabotender calling that race in just a few minutes. So thanks for watching, and we'll join you again later, but stick around for more rando action.